Hi there. So today we're talking about finding that balance between being consistently there for your child, creating that security of awareness without feeling completely overwhelmed by the constant demands that are going your way. And I'm not going to say that it's easy, but it's definitely worth it. Both for your own sanity, but also it's a good modeling for your child to not go into that overgiving place and stretching yourself too thinly. Well, first of all, what I'm going to say is that a lot of us, we live in this nuclear family and we don't have our villages around us, people that can support and just help with simple tasks that would make a massive, massive difference. So I just want to acknowledge that, and I won't go into massive detail about it, because what I want to focus on today is how can you look after yourself in the moment, in the circumstances that you're in. And before I go into that, I'll give you a little example about something that happened in my very own kitchen. And I'm sharing that example with the permission of my daughter, who's old enough now to understand those things and say, yes, okay, Mom, it's good. It's okay for you to talk about that. And so she was about, I'd say 3, like really young. I can't remember exactly. I think she was 3. And she was in the kitchen. And she just found like a really interesting jar to explore and try and open and see what's in it. And then her older sister said, well, come on, I want you to come and play with me. And her answer was, hold on, Ela, I'm just doing something with this jar. I'll finish it and then I'll come and play with you. And when I heard her say, like, I had this moment of, yes, it's, just really just happy to witness like her being so in touch with herself and what she's doing and being able to communicate her boundaries clearly and it being okay. So those things can start very early in life. And I'm not saying that, here in our HQ it's all plain sailing. Of course, I'm just but I'm happy to share some of the moments of where it really works well. So now for the juicy bit, how can we find that balance? And this is the main learning piece for this video is realizing the difference between acknowledging the need and acting on the need or meeting that need. And so it is helpful to slow it right down, because so often when the need comes our way, we as parents feel compelled to just jump and do something about it. And in the middle of the two, there is this piece of acknowledging. And it's just simply saying, right, okay, I see, this is where you're at and this is what you need. And so for the children, that acknowledging piece is really important. That's what does it. And what I would say, acknowledge as much as you can. And also you will not just humanely, there'll be some things that you'll miss or not notice that will just kind of go under radar, and that is totally fine. So I'm not there to put the pressure on like you have to acknowledge everything, but and once you acknowledge that, then you have a choice what to do with it. You can do something about it straight away. You can do something about it later. Say, yeah, I hear this is what you need and I'm just drinking my tea and I'll come and help you in a minute. Or you just can choose not to do anything about it and just say, yeah, look, I hear you're hungry and we're having dinner or tea very, very soon, and I hope you can last until then, kind of thing. So, when I think about that, I think about one of my favorite scenes in the movie, and it's kind of, in a funny way, I would call it my favorite parenting move. And if you have seen Matrix, you'll probably remember that scene where bullets are coming towards Neo, and he's going into ultimate slow-mo, just like totally dodging every single bullet. So, and I think this is a really helpful reminder, like when we're in the thick of it, just so much happening, and you just feel like stretched and overwhelmed and like literally ambushed by everything that's coming your way. Just slow it right down. Yeah, just to recap, acknowledging first, just slowing it right down, acknowledging, and that creates that, just a little bit of space for you to decide what you're going to do with it. And it's not a magic bullet that will just sort everything out, but I hope that, having that permission to just slow down, acknowledge, and then make a choice, what are you going to do about it, just gives a little bit of mental space for you, and over time it just ease that pressure off. And I remember one moment where it worked really, really well. So I picked my daughter up from the kindergarten. I think she was about 4 at that time, and she was sitting in the car and she was saying, "Oh, Mommy, I would love to have some ice cream right now." And I had, as I listened to that again, I just felt so happy that she can't just be, that she can just own her desire so fully without going into that place. "Oh, I need ice cream now, give it to me now," kind of thing. And I don't remember. I guess my response was something like, "Yeah, ice cream would be really lovely right now." And then, of course, probably went into, "So can we get some on the way back," kind of thing. So it's just like, some little examples for you of how it works in the real life. And the last thing I want to cover is so how it works when the demand is not such a physical thing, but when it's an emotion that is difficult to sit with. And for that, I have a different image. So, and first of all, I want to acknowledge that actually, like for us parents, it's probably one of the hardest things to do is to witness our children being sad, being angry, being frustrated, because we're just so wired to protect them and to make things right for them. So again, I'm not suggesting it's going to be easy, but I hope it's something that will help you in those moments. So the image that I came up with is, imagine that you are a monkey and you're sitting on the branch, and next to you have your baby monkey sitting right there. And so that branch that you're both sitting on is your baseline, how you feel. I'm feeling okay, I'm feeling grounded, I'm balanced, I'm here, I'm kind of not too excited, not too sad, just kind of just normal me kind of feeling. And then imagine your child goes into this deep sadness, and that can feel like it just dropping into sadness. And so in that metaphor that I'm using, they're literally falling down off the branch into that sadness. And so how can you be with them without escalating it, or also empowering them to just feel that those feelings are not scary and it's okay, and they can find their way through. So for that, what I would imagine myself doing if I was the mummy monkey there, I would, with my long hand, hold on to my branch on that, I'm okay kind of feeling, but I would swing down towards my baby monkey, so that, and as a monkey I can just kind of swing quite easily there and hang for as long as needed. But so what that allows me to do, that allows me to meet my child in their sadness, and just really see where they're at and feel what they're feeling without totally losing that sense of I'm okay with it and I can handle it, and it's safe for us to be in that place. We don't need to run away from it, we don't need to fix it, but at the same time it almost like puts the solid feet underneath, solid ground underneath your child's feet, letting them kind of push against and find their way through and out of that sadness eventually. And I would, the same would go like if they're getting super excited, you know, they're sort of flying off into the sky, again holding off to the branch, that, you know, I'm okay, it's okay. You can sort of jump up as well to meet your child in their excitement. So it's kind of just meeting them in the middle, and that way we can be with those difficult emotions without feeling that we are encouraging them or escalating them or making them wrong or having to kind of sweep them under the carpet, but just basically being them in a way that creates safety around them and enables our children to learn to regulate them, basically. So that's all I wanted to say today, and probably saying it for the third time. I know it's not easy, but it's just a helpful awareness to have, and it's much easier to give that kind of presence to your child when you are in a good place yourself. And that's why I recorded a short audio practice called Let Yourself Be. It's in a pin post of this group, and I will also put a link in the underneath this video so that you can access this practice and just have it as your self-care thing as and when you need it. Alright, that's it. Enjoy the rest of your day.